Hi everyone, it's Amanda with Healthy House on the Block, and I'm here with another weekly video and tip on creating an indoor space that really supports your health and wellness. This week we're talking about how to create a sleep sanctuary for our child or children, whoever's in your home, whether you're a parent or a grandparent, and you want to create an environment that is not only safe to sleep in, but promotes sleep and reduces toxins so the body can really heal and restore itself overnight. This post is going to have everything that you're going to need to pay attention to. We're going to talk about how to reduce toxins in the room through some bigger projects, but then also things you could do today to take chemicals and toxins out of the room with just a couple easy steps. So I have the blog post linked at the bottom of the video description for you. If you're someone who likes to read through the post, there's lots of links in this week's post. I'm linking to different guides and different blog posts that really expand on a couple of the topics. So if you're someone who likes to click on those things, I would love for you to head to the post and check it out. Otherwise, I'm going to go through some slides and we're going to break down this week's blog post in a video format here. So sleep is a vital part of a child's life, and it's one of the largest contributors to a healthy life. If you're a parent, or even if you've been around babies or kids, you know that a well-rested child is often happier and less irritable. But what is the best option for kids when it comes to their bedrooms? Sleep comes easy for some children, and for others it can be a bit more of a challenge. But what if the reason for some sleep issues simply came from a poor sleep environment? What if the way we took care of our house, and in particular our child's room, so that the room was conducive to sleep, actually made a difference? There are the obvious ways to make a room a better place to sleep, which will also give kids the tools for the best way to sleep. But the same ways that are laid out in every parenting magazines when it comes to this topic are not always the only ways. There are also ways to improve the environment in a room that go unnoticed. The study of the home as a contributor to our health is known as building biology. Building biology as a whole is the idea of creating a home that acts as a third protective barrier from the chemicals and toxins in the world. The second barrier from the world is our clothing, and our first protective barrier is our skin. The amount of time a child spends in their room the first few years of their life is often just as much time as they spend out of their room. So this is just one more reason that a healthy environment within their bedroom is so vital to their health. A room filled with chemical toxins, organic growth, and bacteria is obviously not a place we want our children. The problem is many of these places that contain bacteria, chemical toxins, and organic toxins are not well known. Parents and grandparents alike looking to create a healthy space often have to seek out the information. Not all of these solutions that I'm sharing will be viable for every family, but changing even one of these things in your child's room will improve the indoor air quality and environment of the room. Taking action and taking one step forward will make a difference and will improve the health of the room. I know that I'm all about finding the best way to fall asleep when my kids are involved. So let's jump in to the first way we can reduce toxins in a room. Carpet. This is probably the biggest contributor to a room's health. Unfortunately, in our modern society, this is also the issue that gets ignored quite often. Unhealthy chemicals can end up being in just about every product and material around the home, but especially carpet. And while this can be alarming and a bit overwhelming to hear, there are simple ways we as parents can take steps in the right direction. So first and foremost, let's look at the carpet as a whole. So the carpet is a huge culprit when it comes to a healthy environment. Not only is the carpet made up of synthetic fibers, but these fibers are embedded with chemicals like formaldehyde and PFOAs, which will help improve the life of the carpet. Carpet also contains chemicals that repel water and stains, and these chemicals alone are known carcinogens and generally unsafe for living. The other part of carpet is that it's a spot for dust to collect, which harbors dust mites and toxic dust from the outside world. Dust mites are not only gross, but they produce an allergic response in many children and adults. Dust mites can be extremely difficult to completely eradicate, and with carpet, it can be even more difficult. Carpet increases the moisture in our homes as well, which is something we want to keep lower. Carpet holds on to moisture in the fibers and can even end up producing mold and mildew in the carpet and pad below. This can be irritating to some individuals and can also create an unhealthy environment inside. So if removing carpet is an option for your child's room, I highly recommend it. If removal isn't an option, there are some ways that you can minimize chemicals and organic toxins by using a VOC blocker or putting an organic rug on top of it. So a child can sleep in their bed for anywhere from 10 to 14 hours a night, depending on their age and needs. So imagine laying with your face in close proximity to a chemical for 10 to 14 hours every day for years at a time. This thought is horrible, but the good news is there are so many toxin-free options for mattresses, bedding, and sheets now that the problem could be completely eradicated. So first, let's talk about mattresses. This is a huge contributor to sleep or lack of sleep for many of us. Children need a firm but comfortable mattress. A mattress made of organic wool is naturally flame resistant, and so they won't need to add any additional chemicals to your child's room when opting for this material. When shopping for a mattress, you want to find one that is GOTS certified or GOLS certified, and one that uses 100% organic materials. When you get the mattress, even if it is organic, allow it to off-gas outdoors or in a garage for at least 24 to 48 hours before allowing your child to sleep on it due to things it could have been shipped next to. So once you have your mattress figured out, make sure you don't cover it with sheets, protective covers, or bedding that also has chemicals. This means purchasing bedding that is 100% certified organic. Cotton is your best bet as it's very breathable and can dry out rather quickly. You want to find something organic because it is going to be free of pesticides. Bamboo sheets and fabrics are not my favorite, as there is a harsh chemical process used to make bamboo into soft fabrics because bamboo is a plant. Chemicals within sheets can contribute to sleep by creating respiratory irritations and affecting the brain, activating it and preventing it from calming into a sleep mode. These same chemicals can cause skin irritation as well as prohibit a comfortable night's sleep. And then finally, once you get your sheets or mattress protectors, make sure you wash them in an all-natural soap. I personally love the plant-based soap drops in order to make sure no chemicals are getting embedded into my fabrics. It's also safe for those with the most sensitive skin, and it's definitely a game changer when it comes to helping your child fall asleep to get rid of those scents. So electronics are in every room, no matter how much we don't want them there. Kids sleep with music, white noise, monitors, night lights, so it can be nearly impossible to try and remove all the electronics. Most parents haven't the slightest idea that electronics can actually be extremely disruptive to not only sleep patterns, but the ability to calm the mind and fall asleep. So our bodies detect electronics and electric fields as a stressor to the body. This puts the brain into a high defense mode, which is not conducive to falling asleep. It's the exact opposite, in fact. It is so disruptive to the natural state that it can prevent kids from falling asleep. So with this in mind, using the right kind of electronics and the correct placement in the room could make all the difference. From personal experience, the minute the baby monitor was moved away from my daughter's crib, she began falling asleep easier and seemed to have fewer night wakings. And it was something I had never thought would be the best way to help her fall asleep, but it honestly worked wonders. So obviously one of the best ways to encourage sleep is to have a dark room. Our bodies detect dark as a time to naturally fall asleep, and blackout shades or drapes will be your best friend when it comes to darkening a room. I recommend shades and drapes that are made from 100% natural materials such as cotton, linen, or even wood blinds. It's best to stay away from window treatments that contain PVC or fire retardants. Formaldehyde can also be added to fabrics on blackout shades, which is another problematic chemical we want to avoid. Window treatments that block out light will also help keep the room cool by blocking out UV rays and insulating the room a bit more. I have shared on the blog this week 2 of my favorite blackout shades that are PVC and toxin free. And then when it comes to color, believe it or not, it plays a part in the sleep of our kids and even as us adults. The color of a bedroom is painted and can leave you feeling calmed and relaxed, or it can leave you feeling really excited or angry or even like soothed. So this is why many nurseries are soft and calming colors. A bright and cheerful room may be great for a play area, but when it comes to sleeping, it may just not be ideal. So colors that are more neutral help create a calm and soothing environment, and especially those neutrals with shades of blues, grays, and greens. Warm toned colors like pink, yellow, and red are not ideal for bedrooms as they can cause more excitement as they are trying to calm down. So if you're painting a room, you'll also want to make sure you're using a paint that is VOC free and toxin free. I recommend AFM paints and ECOS paints. They're my absolute favorite options for toxin free painting. These lines are Green Guard certified and have 0 VOCs, as well as they eliminate the other toxins that you potentially can find in wall paint. You'll still want to let the room air out before your child sleeps there, but these paint options are much safer of an option. And then also on the blog this week, you can download my toxin-free paint guide. It's a completely free download, and it has so many great informational pages about choosing the right paint. So synthetic fragrances or products that have scents are extremely disruptive to the brain, nervous system, and respiratory system. Synthetic fragrances are basically chemicals that have been mixed together to replicate another scent. So often they are added to products that naturally have a chemical odor to cover them up because the scent is just so unpleasant, and they use more chemicals to cover up the chemical scent. So unfortunately, synthetic fragrance seems to be just about everywhere, especially in baby products and hygiene products. Keeping as many scents out of the room as possible will help keep chemicals out of the room as well. Opt for products that are free of added scents, fragrance-free, or 100% organic. Any sort of room freshener that is not 100% natural and organic should be avoided as well, and this includes Febreze, Glade plugins, Airwick, and other scented sprays and plugins in your child's room. So if you absolutely have to have scent, and it's really important to you, but you want to try a non-toxic option, I recommend essential oils and a diffuser as a great alternative. They're all natural instead of adding chemicals to the air, and they can actually support the immune system and support other systems in the body. You'll really want to do your research, however, before putting any blend in your child's room or on your child for that matter. Some oils are just not safe for children or pets. I really like Plant Therapy. They have an amazing kid safe line that I feel completely comfortable using around my kid. And then I also have on the blog this week, you can download the free essential oils uses chart, which is super helpful. And also on the blog this week, I have a free excerpt from my course, Healthy Nursery, Happy Baby. It's all about trying to get natural furniture for your child's room. It's got so much information in it, so you can check that out, and then you can also enroll in the course on the page as well for this week's blog. So if you want more information, follow the link at the end of my video, and you can read the whole post on creating a kid's bedroom sleep sanctuary. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and going through how to create a sleep sanctuary for your child. I hope that you were able to find at least one thing that you could do in your child's room today to help them create a true sleep sanctuary where their body can heal and restore itself from the toxins that they come in contact with every day. I will be back next week with another Healthy House tip on creating an indoor space that really supports your health and wellness.